Apparently, 2 days hasn't been enough for me to fully recover, so yeah, I sound kind of crappy, and honestly, talking now doesn't sound any better, but I have to get at least one more recording done. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying. I'm pushing my way through. Sorry.
Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 4. Last episode, we took a look around the city of Dharmon, which is filled with very, very angry people. We also found out that the Dharmon Guard formed back here, which is essentially a militia formed of angry people who are hostile to outsiders. So, we're going to see if we can do something about them. The way in is through the trash pit here, so let's see if we can find any clues. Piercing crystal, that's going to be sold, and there's nothing there. So we gotta head this way then. Ah, there's stairs down. And here we find a couple herbs. Right, I forgot we actually had some stuff to sell. We'll sell that at the end. Alright, let's see here. Well, we're closer to the west side, so let's look this way. We were told that there may be something back here. Someone had a small, hidden magical laboratory here. It was recently abandoned. You aren't sure why the owner left. The bloodstains on the floor might indicate a struggle, or they might just be the normal and expected result of magical experiment. Oh goody. Well, let's find out. Experimental rat. I guess that's what... Oh, there's two of them. I didn't realize. Yeah, we can take care of them. Very easily, actually. There we go. Well, that dealt with the scratching problems. Oop. We'll let her know later. Right now, let's take a look this way. There are 3 thugs lurking in the shadows to the north. They were well hidden. You didn't see them there until you were right next to them. They don't seem alarmed to see you. One of them waves to the south and says, "You looking for Tyrol? He's..." Wait. I know you. You're... And then he pulls out his blade. Okay, that's an archer mage. That means kill him. Well, we can certainly do something about these. Okay, there goes the archer mage. Now for these two. One left. And there we go. That wasn't too bad. And we even got an energy elixir. Nice. Alright, so Tyrol is down in this direction. Well, there he is. I suppose we should prepare. Okay, I'm going to run around for a bit until that wears off, because I don't want that Dharmon guard to be blessed. Okay, that should have worn off by now. Alright. Alright, let's get prepared up just in case there's combat, which there probably will be. Haste, 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 haste. There is a tiny pale man lurking in the back of this cavern, surrounded by brigands. He is not an impressive sight. He is hunched over, his robes are torn and filthy, and he has a ragged cough. When you get close, he tries to laugh confidently, but it turns into a wheeze. You do not fool me. You have not come to offer your services to the mighty Dharmon Guard. You're the adventurer, the one causing the trouble. I am the mighty Tyrol. I have some directions, and I will make sure that they are carried out. What is the Dharmon Guard? We are the true defenders of Avernum. We are the only ones who fight the traitors hidden among us. We see that the Empire had it right. It is the non-humans, the slits and kitties and dragons that have brought these plagues to us, and we are the ones with the courage to deal with them. Are you the ones who brought the shade here? What are you, dense? Of course not. It was the Slits and Venati, another beast, that brought this torment to us. You say that you have directions. Oh, yes. The mighty Dharmon God is not without allies, those who guide us and give us valuable supplies. We are mighty and we will be mightier. His tirade is interrupted by a fit of coughing. You are mad, and Avernum is better off rid of you. So you did come here to kill me. So I suspected. No matter. Whether you want to fight us or flee, the result will be the same. Guards! Ow! Okay then. Oh, 3 attacks. Very nice. Kind of expected the haste. Probably should have cast that. Wow, he's still alive. Impressive. But in just a moment... Hold on, he was resistant to fire, so... How about you... you know what? Cast it. There we go. And there he goes. Tyrol is dead, as are his guards. Don't need either of those. Well, there's something in here. Hold on. There we go. What is up here? Oh. The rogues have been slowly, carefully digging at the west wall. Soon they would easily be able to break through and attack whoever is beyond. Oh my. So they were actually very close to getting to the mayor. This box contains a sheaf of blank sheets of paper and a letter. The letter is addressed to Tyrol. The seal has already been broken. You read the letter. Tyrol, you are not acting quickly enough. We must take advantage of the chaos caused by the creature to increase the chaos. Whoever created the creature is not pressing the advantage, so we must do so. Be bold. The fools do not have the organization to act against you. Doricus. There is an upside-down crown at the bottom of the page. Well then. They were allied with Doricus. I guess it's a good thing we went against them then. Well, may as well inform people of what we've discovered. Let's see. For starters, perhaps we should tell the mayor. You know, some assassins are trying to break through your eastern wall. Coriana's eyes get very wide. She attempts to keep terror and paranoia from completely overwhelming her. It doesn't look like she's doing very well at it. Thank you. I will deal with that. Well, I had to let you know. Now, about Tyrol. I found Tyrol and killed him, Captain Hiram. Hiram nods and makes a satisfied purring noise. Yes, I had heard the rumors. I am pleased that they are true. That should reduce the violence for a time. Now, since you did not act for me officially, I cannot give you a proper reward, but I can give you a personal token of gratitude. Best not to ask where I got it. As his soldiers glare at him, he hands a rapier across the desk to you. It is a beautiful blade and a drakeskin sheath. Singing rapier. 10 to 20 damage, plus 2 to quick action, plus 1 to something else. 13 to 26. I think we can sell it, actually. Alright. Is there another quest for it? There is not. Okay. Now, up here we go. I solved your pest problem, Ripple. There were giant rats behind the wall. Ripple looks alarmed when you describe the pests. My goodness! Things are really falling apart in this city. Giant experimental monsters burrowing through the wall? What is next? I am truly grateful for your help. I'd like to aid you in return. It'll probably get me in trouble, but if you'd like me to make some custom items for you, I can help. How's the west wall holding up? Well, things aren't getting any worse, but I'm afraid the damage done will make it fall over. But all the skilled masons fled the city, so it'll have to wait. Fair enough. Now, let's sell all these things we got. And there we go. Now, what can you make? Gladly. I can make you a breastplate, shield, or leggings. Or if you want, a halberd any true warrior would be proud to bear. Each of these items will require 3 bars of fine steel and 2 focusing crystals. To make the breastplate, I will also need 2 bars of gold. To make the shield, I will also need 2 emeralds. The leggings and halberd will need mandrake. 1 root for the leggings, 2 for the halberd. The breastplate is interesting, but I think we're fine without it. I am curious about the leggings and halberd, though. So, I am going to take a quick trip to pick up the stuff we got, just to see what it is she can make. Alright, let's see. What are the leggings and what are the halberd? We have Radiant Vambraces, which are just basically very strong Vambraces. And Blessed Halberd, which is just a very strong halberd. Not worth it. I'm going to reload and put my stuff back in storage. Oh, look at that! A mortar and pestle. That's the third of the 3 things we need. And the 4th thing was actually shackles, which might be around here somewhere. Yeah, we'd probably have to find them somewhere, but I think we're fine without looking right now. So, back to Dharmon, and since we still have some time available, I think perhaps we'll take a look at the mines located under here. At least I assume they're mines. Let's take a look. Alright, let's see what's in here. This definitely looks like mines. Beautiful crystal, beautiful crystal. The nearby city of Dharmon started out as a mining colony. The caverns around Dharmon are full of abandoned mines like this one. Whatever was mined here, the veins rapidly played out and the miners left for better tunnels. Well, okay then. I mean, we found a few crystals, but that's about it. Anything else that we can find? Maybe something in here. Looks like there's something over there, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Flawed crystal. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, wow. Ah! Hello. Crystal Basilisk. Ow. Oh, goody, it freezes us. Even better. Haha, survived. Energy. Very effective. Cold is pretty effective too. Okay. There we go. And we got loads of crystals. Including a wisdom crystal. Even better. So this area wasn't actually that bad. I thought there would be more stuff in there, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, let me quickly sell these crystals and such. The shade is here again. Which means we might be able to explore Blosk entirely, completely safely. Well, I suppose we have like 15 minutes left. I suppose we may as well. So, let's go explore Blosk. A long trail of refuse and personal items has been dropped along the roadside. They must have been left by refugees fleeing the ruins of Blosk. Looters haven't been by to collect the items yet, but they probably will be soon enough. Alright, let's take a look at Blosk. See what we can see. Let's look around the outside first, as I do. Touch! It's actually an obelisk at Blosk. Well, we're not going to look there yet. Alright, let's see. You enter the city of Blosk, or what is left of it. Some massive cataclysm has shaken this place. The buildings in the center of town have collapsed, and the outer walls have been shattered by magical explosions. From the inside. Blosk is a farming town, and has been since the early days of Avernum. Now the streets are abandoned, the gates are unguarded, and smoke and the smell of rot are heavy in the air. It is not hard to guess who is responsible. There is a feeling in the air, the aura of powerful, malevolent magic. Blosk is another city that has been occupied by the powerful, deadly shades. I don't think that shade is actually here right now. So we should be relatively safe, aside from anything that may have dared to actually stay behind. And I'm pretty sure there's at least Hello. This is one of the soldiers who survived the attack on Blosk. After that horror, he seems perfectly content to hide in this corner of town and guard City Hall. You try to speak with him, but he rapidly grows very angry. He tells you to speak with his commander and turns away. There are survivors. Interesting. Very interesting. City Hall. Well, let's definitely take a look in here. Mercuric plate. That's definitely going to be sold. Emeralds could be used, though. This is a charred prayer book. It looks like it was recently salvaged from one of the buildings destroyed by the Shade. You flip through the rituals with interest. One of them is in an obscure dialect, which, fortunately, you sort of understand. You learn about chants which channel holy energy to rid the blood of poisons. Your skill with the spell's curing and mass curing increases. Excellent. This elderly woman's sash marks her immediately as the mayor of the smoldering remains of Blosk. She sits alone in her office, staring at the papers on her desk. She doesn't notice when you enter. When you clear your throat to get her attention, she looks up, surprised. Oh, an adventurer. Another one, I mean. There have been many by. I'm Mayor Vicky. I suppose I'm the only one left to help you. What happened to Blosk? She speaks with a quiet, hollow voice, still trying to comprehend what has happened. It was destroyed by the Shade. I've been here for so many years, and everyone is gone. We attacked the Shade. We were given a plan to defeat it, and it was decided that the plan would proceed. Who came up with the plan? The wizards in our employ. They told us their research indicated that a certain combination of spells would disrupt the Shade's defenses. Commander Thrak and the other soldiers insisted that the plan was sound, foolproof. With so many arguing for it, it was clear that I should agree to the project. Who decided to attack? Oh, I gave the final word, but only after all of my underlings assured me that the wizard's plan was foolproof. I cannot be blamed for the problems. I made the choice anyone would have. What happened when you attacked? The wizard's plan was faulty. Their spells did not disrupt the Shade's defenses, but they did make it very, very angry. It lashed out with fire. It shattered buildings. It roamed the streets for days, killing. City Hall survived, fortunately, and the wizards resumed their planning. Where are the wizards now? Oh, they left. I couldn't afford to pay them anymore. All gone now. You know what? I can't hold this against you. You did end up destroying the entire city, but the wizards had a plan. They tried out the plan. Everyone assured you that the plan was going to work. They were certain of this. The fact it didn't, it's not your fault. It's not something they could have foreseen. The only thing I would have suggested was that you evacuated people out of the city first, if possible, just in case something like this did happen. That's the only flaw I can see. You should have sent people to safety first. But considering the circumstances, plus the fact the Shade was actually probably interfering with your thoughts, you did the best you could. Mayor Vicky stares quietly at you. She still seems dazed and overwhelmed by the destruction around her. You notice that the papers on her desk seem unmoved and unchanged from when you met her. What are you doing about the crisis? Well, I have delegated the military and Shade matters to Commander Thrak. I am working on administrative details and infrastructure. And how is the infrastructure developing? Oh, well. I have a plan in place. Once the commander gets rid of the Shade, rebuilds a military force for security, and gets some people to return, everything will fall into place. What is Commander Thrak doing? He is in the next room. You should ask him. I'm sure he is trying to do his part to atone for his responsibility for the calamity that befell us. And are you doing anything to help against the Shade? Well, I have told the many adventurers who passed through that, if they killed the Shade, I would give them an enormous bounty. And then they moved on. Very quickly, usually. The bounty is open to you, too. It is not a great effort on my part, I know, but it is more than Dharmon is doing. What is Dharmon doing? Protecting the Shade. They are guarding it, keeping anyone who might attack it from coming near. Where is the Shade? It is lurking in the ruins at the north end of town. When it is here, it still spends about half the time here and half in Dharmon. Any idea how I might defeat the Shade? Obviously not, but I'm not afraid of you enraging it. It's done the worst it can do. Is it possible to get supplies? I am not at that part of my plan yet. If you find anything in the ruins, help yourself, but don't bother me with that yet. Very well, as you say. Oh, there's a platinum ring we can sell. Nothing else of note here. That must be the guy in charge. The commander of the Blosk garrison, which is apparently reduced to almost nothing, is sitting at the stone table. This doesn't look like his regular office. That must have been destroyed by the Shade. His currently humble situation clearly infuriates him. When you try to speak with him, he snaps at you. What? What is it? You know who I am? I'm Commander Thrak, and I don't like having my time wasted. What happened to Blosk? What do you think happened? Look around. It was destroyed. The Shade lashed out, blew up most of the buildings, and killed everyone it could find. Those piles of ashes in the street, they were people. It was madness. The attack was madness. Whose idea was the attack? It was the idea of those wizards the mayor kept around. They came up with a plan to destroy the Shade. They assured us it was wise. The mayor encouraged them, and everyone else went along. So the mayor told me to attack. I'm just a commander. I follow orders. That's what I do. How did you attack the Shade? The wizards went in first so they could cast their spells and run for safety. Then I was to send in my soldiers and archers. They would cut it down quickly while its defenses were disrupted. What happened when you attacked? First, the wizards cast their spells. They didn't hurt the Shade, but they infuriated it. It rushed forward and they ran. My men were brave. They tried to fight the thing, but when they cut off bits of it, they regrew, and it burned them all down, and started in on the city. How many did you lose? Most of them. I didn't get a full count because some of them probably fled the city with the townsfolk, but of the 200 soldiers garrisoned here, only 40 were left after the attack. Most of them ran off after that, following their families. I don't even have enough soldiers to secure the streets now. What else do you want? Shut up and make it quick. Do you know how I might kill the Shade? Just don't. Give up. You don't have a chance, and you'll just taunt it into killing the rest of us. Is this your regular office? What, are you trying to insult me? My regular office is a pile of rubble now. Are you looking for adventurers? No, I'm looking for soldiers. I need to chase out the brigands and scare off the looters and restore some order. Though now that I think on it, I could use a courier. I need to send a message to get us some help. I can help you. What needs doing? I need someone to go northwest to Fort Saffron. Talk to whoever is commander there. I need some more soldiers to guard the gates and control the streets. If you can get more help from me, I'll pay you well. I don't have soldiers, but I do have funds. We will certainly do something about that. I guess this may be where the mages were staying. Well, let's see what's in here. Alright, let's take a look. That looks enraged wormkin. Okay, can't do anything there. Well, at least we've got it trapped in one location. Energy hurts it a bit. Cold is very effective, though. Let's try this. Okay, cold is actually a lot more effective than anything else. And it's dead. And we got focusing crystal and another wisdom crystal. Excellent. And some fine leather. Alright, what's in the other one here? Oh. Mandrake root and a gold necklace. Poor mage. And grey mold. Okay then. Alright, back to looking around a bit, I suppose. See if there's anything back here. Actually... there we go. Not that there's still much use. Actually, I think they're pretty much not really useful at all. There is a woman wandering around in the remains of the park. She is playing the flute. Her playing is lovely. It serves to calm your nerves a bit after the shock of seeing these ruins. Yet that doesn't explain why she's doing what she's doing. She notices that you are listening to her. After her current song ends, she lowers her flute and smiles. Welcome, traveler. I am Alessandre. I hope my music gives you a small rare moment of calm. Do you live here? Yes, I do. I do still, despite the infection. I am determined to stay while I can and do my best for my city. So why the flute playing? The shade attacks us with anger, and I am trying to fight it with calm. When the people return, I will try to calm them. It is a little thing, but we see that swords don't work, so I do what I can, while I still have food. Were you here when the shade had destroyed the city? Yes, I was. I hid. The shade's rage eventually calmed, and it returned to its lair at the north end of town, and I managed to hide until it gave up. Does the shade's anger affect you? It does, but if I concentrate on my playing, I can keep the feelings under control. What will you do when your food runs out? I'll leave. Alessandre smiles at you serenely. You look her in the eyes and clearly see that she is still in shock from the destruction of Blosk. You don't think she's dangerous, but wandering and playing the flute is probably not the most rational reaction to the situation. I'll let you return to your playing. Thank you. Flute can be a nice thing to listen to. I know, my sister plays it. Alright, see what else we can find around here. Oh! Silver necklace. Interesting. Okay, I guess this is where people were kept. Let's see. Nothing more than a guard tower. At least you can take some of these things. Things to sell. Swan's Suppliatorium. Just a moment. There we go. This supply shop is closed. The proprietor took all the goods he could carry and fled the city. I suppose it makes some sense. Strom's apothecary. This person is still in here. You enter a small, cluttered apothecary. This building is just outside the area that was completely destroyed by the shade. It's surprising that it survived. The healer is still here. He is a tiny man in dirty robes, and he must have decided to stay. However, he seems somewhat confused and erratic. When you enter, he looks terrified, and he seems to be having trouble speaking. Finally, he says, Yes, I'm Healer Strom. Were you sent to me for healing? Or are you a looter? Never mind, I'm closed. Too much, too much. Why are you still here? Because it's my duty. The oath. I swore. When the shade rampaged, I saved the lives of the burned, the crushed. And when the people return, they will need me, so I stay, despite the looters. And you hide in here? Yes, the shade is still there, and the looters. I go out to get food from the soldiers, and I care for them, and I come back here. How long will you stay? As long as I can stand it. When it is here, I feel it, erasing my training, making me mad. Are there many looters? Looters and thugs. Enough. The soldiers, they don't watch the streets, so I hide. I think most of them are in the ruins at the northeast corner of town, plotting their crimes and counting their ill-gotten gains. Okay, then. Healer Strom continues to cower in the back of his shop. The destruction of the city and the presence of the shade seem to have warped his mind. How did you escape the city's destruction? I hid from the shade in here. It took it longer to destroy the buildings. After the fools attacked, it calmed down eventually. Before it reached me. Just before. I was lucky. Can you heal me? Of course, I would be glad to. Very well then. Thank you for the healing. Not mean to do that. So, it seems like they're in there. Not much in there. All wizards have recently left Blosk. However, they left in their wake a creature who had been subject to experiments. This worm is trapped in a cell, and someone needs to dispose of it. Any adventurer who wishes to earn an easy bounty is welcome to kill the thing. The payment will be several potions also left behind by the wizards. Report your victory to Mayor Vicky. Well, we killed it. A brigand by the name of Grint has been menacing the farmhouses west of Blosk. He has been very fast-moving and difficult to find. Commander Thrak will pay 500 coins for news of Grint's death. There is a letter tacked to the job board. It is addressed to Gervais of the Spire Fort. Some angry person scrawled on the bottom of the letter, "Putting this back, waste of my time, the Spire Fort is lost." You could try to deliver the letter yourself, though it may be a lost cause. The Shade is not here right now. Lucky us. I can see the bodies. Girdle of Genius. Yes, please. That is actually incredibly useful for us. Interesting. I'm glad we found that Girdle of Genius. That'll really help out. Got a lot of stuff that we can sell. Composite longbow. Does anyone need that? Yes, actually. Very nice. We are carrying a lot of loot that needs to be sold. A lot of loot. Not much in here, it looks like. Ah, there's the shackles we need. So now we have everything that's needed there. What's in here, I wonder? It looks like when the city was abandoned, this unfortunate prisoner was completely forgotten. Shining golden band. That can be sold. Well, let's go let Mayor Vicky know of what we took care of. You report your success to the mayor. After a few tired words of gratitude, you receive your reward. 3 potions. Including a knowledge brew! And an energy elixir. Alright. I think we can use the knowledge brews. There's one there. 2 skill points. There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there. Alright. I'm going to go sell the things I have in the town to the south, and then I am going to go see about taking care of the brigands located in the city. Should be a simple enough task, I think. And that'll be in the next episode. So, till then, I'm Chester44, that is Nova, Lirin, John, and Pyrrha. This has been an Avernum 4 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.